Alright, hello lads. I welcome you to another episode of our DDLC Exit music playthrough. And well, tonight, well, firstly I hope I fixed the Natsuki sprite so it's not a permanent fucking stroke. And well, yeah, let's get started. So, hi Atazov. I'm back at the literature club. I just keep checking the fucking thing. Craning my neck, I look around the club room. It's empty. Yura and I are the only people here. I leave the classroom door open, expecting the other members to arrive shortly. Hey, Yura. I sit down on the desk next to her, unpacking my stationery kit as she did with her own. What the hell is a stationery kit? I don't get it. Listen, I know that Monica cancelled the club yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to talk to you. So I just wanted to say that I'm sorry that she had to let our little presentations go. Also, why is Yura having that face? It's weird. It's like she's flushed. I don't like it. Don't worry about it, Atazov. Monica told me that it wasn't your fault you couldn't come. She said it was something serious. Yeah, it was a bit of an emergency. I decide to play down the situation in case Yuri doesn't know the full story. I don't want to worry her after all. Wait, did we miss something? Like, have I already forgotten what we did last time? He's acting like he told someone. Are you alright? Me? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. It was someone else. Jesus Christ, like, that I'm fine was the biggest lie ever. So, am I having a stroke? No. Also, yeah, I managed to get the buttons better, so yeah, that's good. Someone close. I see. Well, I hope everything works out well for you and your friend. I hope so too, Yuri. A moment passes of complete silence. Yuri sat down in her desk, still reading. The class is still empty, aside from us. Where the hell is everyone? Natsuki is gone. Sayori? I don't know, she's maybe on suicide watch. Who knows? And Monica? She's probably seething and coping over not being able to be with the player or playing the piano. Who knows? So, Yuri jumps in her chair a little, startled by my interrupting. My not speaking continues, startled by my interrupting. What? No, I read it correctly, damn. Yes? You haven't seen Monica today, have you? I'm afraid not, Atazov. She's been in a mood since the festival, unfortunately. Not that I mean to be so rude about it. It did mean a lot to her, though, after all. I know it did. That was why I wanted to speak to her. Yeah, that will end badly. I think, at least. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe if I explain why Sarah and I were absent, then she might forgive me. It would be a dick move if she did not forgive that. Just imagine that. Yeah, Monica, Sarah tried to fucking kill herself. That's why it couldn't end. And she would be like, fuck you all, I don't care. We'll see. Well, the both of us. But I promised Sarah I wouldn't say anything to Monica. Has she? Has Monica said anything about me since the festival? Not really. I mean, she did complain that the three of you were gone. I was kind of thankful that we got to cancel. Not to ruin Monica's plans though, I'd never do such a thing intentionally. I know you wouldn't, Yuri. Don't worry. I can tell you're too good a person to be so mean. Each time I do this video, and this is only the second time I create a video like this, I have an extreme urge to make voices for the characters. But on the other hand, do I want to sacrifice the last bit of my dignity for that? Cause look at it this way. I already am vtubering with a female sprite, yeah. Haha. And like that's strange enough already, bullying material and all. So yeah, that once my friends find out I'm finished, yeah, that's like my death date. But like, if I make voices, it would be maybe better. I would have to train a bit for it, because I cannot do a female voice, so just have to malform my own, which would sound horribly, but it teensy tiny bit funny. On the other hand, yeah, I don't know, maybe on episode 3, or maybe in a different series, we shall see. Or if you tell me in the comments, I don't know. Anyway, I can tell you're too good of a person to be so mean. Besides, you have no reason to want to sabotage her like that, right? You're falters for a moment, lost for words. Sneaky bucker. She hates presenting. Not at all. It's just that I don't even know if I should be telling you this. Well, I o- ba ba ba. I overheard Monica talking about you and Sarah to one of her friends. I wasn't eavesdropping though. What did she say? I heard her mention that the only good reason to cancel on her festival was if somebody died. It is a good reason, but do you want to tell me that nothing else is a good reason? Like, nothing else than death. Like, it's literally either the festival or you die. What? Monica wouldn't say something like that, right? She's a sweetheart. Totally. Besides, not only is it egocentric, it's insensitive. Now I realized, I hope that you cannot see my alta bank, cause that would ruin the footage and I would be mad. Furious even. Even if she didn't know about Sarah, it felt like it was too close to reality. Wow, that's harsh. You don't say it as of. I doubt she meant it though. What I mean to say is, she was in no position to say that. I understand that she was frustrated about it, but there's never a good reason to say such horrible things about. Yuri's words get caught in her throat, and she retreats to the confines of her book. I should have brought a drink. I'm thirsty from all this reading. Oh well. I turn and see Monica standing in the doorway, giving Yuri an intense glare. If only I could edit, I could just edit her in the fucking doorway, just the red eyes and all. I might do that if I'm very bored. We'll see. She doesn't dare to meet Monica's gaze, instead concentrating on the portrait of Marco. I wish I could do the same. I swallow. Mm. She huffs and starts talking. Where's Sarah? And Natsuki. She stares at Yuri intently. Monica's presence intimidates me. Yeah, no shit. I don't know, Monica. I haven't seen them. She gives me an acidic stare, her emerald eyes piercing my confident facade. Did Sarah tell her about the hospital? Are you sure? Yeah. Silence. Alright then. How come you weren't at the festival at Azov? I had a family emergency. At this point, I'm practically lying to her face to keep Sarah's secret safe until she feels comfortable confiding in Monica. Then again, I've known Sarah for so long, she's pretty much a part of my chosen family at this point. She's like a sister to me. Yeah, I forgot this is a Natsuki-centric mod, so no Sayori romance. Hopefully. So it's more stretching the truth than it is like to her brother in Christ you are coping hard. Well, that's what I'll tell myself anyway. Yeah, he even admits it. Right. Monica is not having any of this. Even if she doesn't know what's actually going on, she must know I'm lying to her. But for Sayori's sake, I have to keep face for her. I can't betray her trust. If she finds out I told someone that private information, Monica's demeanor suddenly changes, and she looks at to us with a wry smile on her face. I don't like this. No, please no. Okay, you two. Since we're the only ones here, I've decided that we're going to have to cancel today's meeting. Hopefully there won't be any more emergencies or absences tomorrow. The emphasis on those words worry me, due to how aggressively she spoke them. That's all. You can leave now. Yura looks up from her book guiltily and packs up, silently dropping the portrait of Markov and her stationery kit into her bag. What the hell is a stationery kit? I want to know. I need to know. She scurries out of the classroom without a word. Monica turns her attention to me, expecting me to pack up. My sprite is not having a stroke! Woo! Yeah! I nod and pick up my bag, exiting into the hallway without another word. Stressful, I at herself. Walking through the school's dormant hallways, I reach the door to the courtyard but stop, placing my hand in my palm. I forgot my own stationery. I'm an idiot. Yes. I return to the club room hastily to find my leather pencil case opened. As I swipe it into my bag, I realize my pen is missing. Classic DDLC PTSD, you know? That whole you're and the MC's pen thing. Please don't repeat it here. A quick glance around, and I conclude that I must have lost it earlier. Returning to the courtyard, I notice Yuri. She's moving hurriedly, clutching her bag tightly against her chest and wiping her face with her sleeve. Is she crying? Yuri? She doesn't notice me at first, so I jog to catch up to her. Yuri! What's wrong? Jesus Christ, she really is crying. Uh, Hi. It's nothing. Totally. Yeah. What does 3 do? Perfect. Face reaction, yeah. Really? Yeah. Right, really. I don't believe her. Really, Atasa, why would you not believe her? The stuttering, the tears, the redness in her face. This seems all so very believable. My eyes meet Yuri's for a brief moment before she looks away. I can tell something terrible happened in the few minutes we are separated, but what could have brought her to this state? Monica. I take hold of her shoulder to try and slow her down, so she can face me. She jumps, but complies as she comes to a halt at the school's entrance. Yuri, whatever's on your mind, you can tell me. I am your friend after all. It's not much, it was just something that Monica said. Monica, what could she have said? Well, if you don't mind my asking, what did she say? I don't really feel comfortable talking about it. If you're okay with that. Monica must have said something really hurtful. Yeah, you don't say, she's fucking crying. Fuck, my mouth is dry from the talking. It's fine, really, I understand. Well, if you're sure about that. You're always welcome to talk to me, though. I guess it'd be nice if you walked with me. But maybe we can talk on the way. Sarah isn't here, and I've got some time to kill. Besides, I feel like I can't refuse. Not when she's so emotional. I don't know, it's like a weird way to think about that. IMO, like, you know, it feels like forest. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that'd be nice. Following Curie, I take the opposite turn from my usual walk home. Soon enough, I find myself in a part of our town that I rarely visit. The walk between us is mostly silent. Yet occasional sniffles, wiping at her face. What the hell did Monica say to her? I decide to make some light conversation. Something about writing might be nice. She does take comfort in talking about subjects she's passionate about after all. So, Atazov, how do you like writing poems? She must have read my mind. Well, I usually like to listen to music while I write, even if it's just quiet, playing softly in the background. You know what I mean? Really? Most of the time I just feel like I can only write in silence. It leaves me at one with my mind and lets me express my inner thoughts. Though sometimes I do like listening to a soft piano track. Don't the lyrics alter the way you write? Well, yeah, but I guess that's what I'm looking for, most of the time anyway. I like for the mood of the music to affect the way I write, really. Unless it's something I'm especially passionate about, then I can write in just about any condition. That actually sounds like an effective technique. I'll be sure to try it out. At this point, Yuri seems to have perked up, her eyes dried. I decide to continue the conversation, as I still don't know how much longer it takes to reach her house. I know Sari likes to hum a little tune to herself while she writes. I wonder what Natsuki does. Natsuki. I've been trying to contact her since I saw her in the hospital, but she hasn't responded to my messages. She hasn't showed up for school at all this week either. God, what could have happened? Was it really her father? I don't want to believe it, but the pieces fit together. Her absence, her inability to contact anybody, what she said about him, but most of all, the bruises. I bite my lip as I feel my breathing growing heavy and my blood reaching a boiling point. I remember the fucking blood in Natsuki sprite, the nose. It still gets me, it's like funny. Like, it's so weirdly askew. Like, I don't get it, alright? If I found out he laid a finger on her, ow. So, I'll be honest, I don't disrespect her or anything. Iris was on my train of thought. You idiot! She finally opened up, and instead, you were in your fucking fantasy of beating up Natsuki's father. Natsuki's poems are just a little too simple for my liking. I suppose they lack a certain edge. Cut. I spaced out. Again. Yeah. Speaking of Natsuki, however, I think we just passed her house then. What? Wait, which one? Yara looks at me, a little surprised by my urgency. Regardless, she points out the house to me. It's that house, if I recall correctly. Whew, fucking... My mind goes back to when I played Exit Music Redux. Whew. Right, thanks for that. I think it was Redux. I know many use this sprite. I do need to know. I don't really want to worry Yuri about Natsuki. Well, I guess I just wanted to. I just wanted to know the location of the girl I met 2 weeks ago, I think it is. Maybe 1 week. That's completely normal. Without asking her, of course, as well. She does not know I know her location. That's completely normal. Right. The rest of the journey is made in silence. No shit. Literally in front of her, you just ask her about a girl's location. Yeah. Like, that you know her for a while, and she doesn't know that you know where she lives. It's weird. I worry that Yuri got the wrong impression, but there is not much I can do. You don't say Atazov, really. You don't say. You know, one day, when I get a normal, like, fucking webcam that doesn't bug out, that doesn't have the quality of a fucking 2004 CRT fucking store camera, then maybe I'll just use my real face. But for now, this at least looks a tiny bit more presentable. Eventually, we arrive, signaling her wave goodbye. Atazov, you're quite different when no one's around, asking about girls' locations. Yes, I will keep making that joke. I will. And just the two of us. No, I will not sing the song. It's like fucking hell. Anytime I hear the phrase, the two of us, the song comes in my mind. So I'm a bit disturbed about this sprite. I have bad memories of it. It falls silent for a moment, lost in thought. Listen, I'd love to stay and talk. I really would, but oh, it's fine, I get it. I have places to be. Her head darts towards the direction of Natsuki's house for a moment. It's fine, I've got some writing to do anyway. Dios mío, you fucked up at us off. She turns and starts to walk to the door. No, please don't get the wrong idea, I'm not really. It's fine, Atazov. I can take a hint. I'll see you tomorrow. Is she crying again? Jesus Christ, Atazov. You had one job. One fucking job. Before I can finish my explanation, she's already entered her house. I feel terrible, knowing that Yuri probably blames herself for my rejection. But I leave quickly regardless. As I turn the corner and approach Natsuki's house, my attention is directed upwards. On the second floor balcony, a large, heavily built man leans against the railing, smoking a cigarette. Is that her dad? Jesus Christ. He's on the phone, and I can't help but overhear his conversation. The man mutters something about having business to attend to, but promises to be wherever the caller wants within the hour. My stomach sinks. Business. If he means what I think he does, backtracking restored, I make my way back to school, then to my house back. Ba 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 ba. Then to my house from there. Fumbling with my keys, I unlock the door. I enter my bedroom and hurriedly get changed out of my uniform and into some dark clothing. What are you planning to do, Atazov? Fucking breaking and entering, really? Weird noises from my bedroom. Interesting. A short jog brings me back to her house, and I take a seat within a bus stop on the street opposite her, staking out her father. Atazov, please, you're gonna get put on the fucking sex offender registry. This is not normal behavior. Like, couldn't you just knock on her door? Normally, I don't know. I ponder over if he's already gone, perhaps, and I missed him leaving. Or maybe he's still dealing with business. After a few minutes, however, I'm proven wrong by the sound of an engine revving up, and a new, expensive-looking performance car emerging from the driveway of Natsuki's house. It speeds away and around the corner within seconds, and once I'm certain that it's gone, I move over to Natsuki's house and ring the doorbell. I wait. Nothing. I press down on it again. Once more, no answer. Growing ever anxious, I knock on the door heavily, aggressively, banging my bald fist into the door. A moment of silence. Then, from a second floor window, I see a curtain pull back, a flash of pink, and just as quickly it's replaced once more. I watch it intensely, waiting for any sign of movement, until I hear the sound of the door chain being unhinged and the deadbolt turning. My heart is ready to jump out of my chest. I don't know what I'll be greeted by, but I wait, nervously. Atazov, what the hell are you doing here? A perfectly reasonable reaction, honestly. Like, imagine being in Natsuki's position, you know? You don't show up at school for a few days, yeah, due to an abusive father, and then, in the middle of the fucking night, as you can see, one of your classmates in dark clothing just fucking furiously bangs on your door. I would be scared shitless, honestly, if I was in her position. It's Natsuki. Really? Is it? Are you sure? Thank God. Natsuki, are you alright? What happened to your bruises? What bruises, Atazov? I don't know what you're talking about. What the fuck is this? No, no. She's playing dumb, even though I saw her. What could have happened to her for her to be so devoted to keeping it a secret? Before I can reply, she grabs me by the collar. Learn to speak, Atazov, please. She grabs me by the collar of my shirt and yanks me into her foyer. What the hell is a foyer? Hey, how did you know where I live? Thank you, the real questions. Now's not the time for that. Atazov, please, you could have just said that you fucking Yuri told you. That fucking you were walking around and she just mentioned it. This just sounds like you're stalking her. Has she been drinking? What? Huh. Better question is, where have you been? I haven't been feeling very good the past few days. No need to be so mean about it. What do you mean mean? Does she expect me to believe that after what I saw? Natsuki, I know something's wrong. I saw you at the hospital, remember? Oh, that? She giggles. I will not giggle. I will not giggle. That was nothing. What the fuck do you mean? Why is she smiling like that? Don't worry about that, okay? There is much worse to be worried about. What do you mean? Come with me. I cannot make a hiccup sound, especially with a dry mouth. I could do with another glass anyway. Could you not please drink yourself to death? She grips my arm loosely and tries to move me along with her through her house. As she moves, she begins erratically wobbling, as though she's having trouble walking. I'm surprised she didn't fall down the stairs. She holds tight, oops, she holds tight onto my arm for support. She stumbles and nearly trips. I catch her, wrapping my arm around her chest and pulling her upright. Thanks. That's not like her. I'm already almost making the voices. I'm going into the bloody rabbit hole. Normally, if I grabbed her, for whatever reason, she'd freak out and call me gross or something of that sort. But here, she didn't even flinch or say anything about it. Something feels off. I release my grip on her reluctantly, as she's still staggering her way along. I assist in moving her, now up the stairs, making sure that she doesn't fall and knock us both back onto the steps. We finally make it up the stairs, and Natsuki guides me to her room. Her room is a mess. What the fuck is that light? Does she have the fucking power of the sun in the palm of her hand? Why is it so bright? Her floor is littered with small, ripped up pieces of paper. Picking up one, I recognize one of the protagonists of Perfect Girls. Oh no, did her father find her manga? The cover is a heavy laminated cardstock and it's ripped in two. There is no way Natsuki was able to tear it in half herself. Jesus Christ, yeah, she must have been crying and shit about that, cause like, it's one of the only things she likes still that she has. Not only that, but she had no reason to either, but I could think of someone who does. There is a large bottle of red wine, cap open, lying on its side on her bed. Only a small drip escapes, staining her bedsheet crimson. There can't be much left of it. The bedsheet is crimson anyway. I knew she'd been drinking. I could tell from the moment she opened the door. That's okay. You haven't drunk all of that yourself, right? She looks flustered. Who would have guessed? Of course I have. I mean, okay, that's not a response I have expected. That's a bit much, isn't it? That doesn't matter. I haven't even finished anyway. She retrieves the bottle from the bed. I reach a hand out to take it from her. Natsuki. Nah, it's mine. Alcoholism. Teach him young and teach him right. She holds the bottle just out of reach and tries to push me away. She's too weak, however, and I simply move her arm aside. Come on, that's enough. That is off, please. I need this. Something about the way she said that sends a pang of dread through my body. Before I can reach my arm around, bah, bah, learn to speak at us off. Before I can reach my arm out to stop her a second time, the remainder of the bottle's contents are gone. Looking at her bedside drawer, I see Natsuki's phone. It's overturned, so I can only see her case. The case is glittery. Are you bloody kidding me, my phone? Who? Why did I get a fucking Facebook alert? Was it on Facebook? Huh, who the bloody knows and cares? Damn it. The case is glitter and pink. This drink is nice. Adds off. Natsuki, talk to me. I know something's going on with your dad. Please, I just want to help. But I can't if you won't tell me what's going on. This is all the help I need. Yeah, this is how alcoholics get created. Natsuki, come on. Your body cannot handle all that alcohol. She collapses onto her bed and giggles. I haven't felt this happy in so long. I grow. Oh, grow, not growl. I grow only more uneasy hearing that. If this is the length she has to go in order to escape her demon, just how bad is the demon she's trying to escape from? As Natsuki begins to snore, her grip on the wine bottle falters, and ba ba ba, and it rolls off the bed onto our floor. To my surprise, it doesn't shatter. I'm surprised as well. Instead, it rolls under a bed. What we will find under there is 6 more bottles. Shaking my bed. Azazov, I beg of you, I know that it's fucking 2 a.m., but still you should be able to speak. Shaking my head, I bend down to pick up the bottle that rolled under her bed. Reaching my hand underneath the bed, I can feel the wine bottle and something else. What the? I pull both from the beneath the bed. Placing the wine bottle on the bedside drawer next to Natsuki's phone, I take a look at what I recovered. It's a white container and made of plastic. Wait, this isn't right. This is a bottle of pills. Looking for a description, I inhale sharply as I realize that these are ibuprofen tablets. This is not good, lads. Not good at all. I turn to look at Natsuki, fast asleep as I worried. Oh my fucking god! I desperately check the label on the back for a date of prescription. Two days ago. She's trying to overdose. An icy sweat runs down my forehead as I begin to panic, running my hands through my hair. She stopped snoring. I violently shake Natsuki's seemingly lifeless body. Please, Natsuki, please wake up. I grab her hand. It's clammy and much cooler than it should be. I put my ear next to her mouth to check and see if she's breathing. Thankfully she is, but it's faint. I take it by I take her by the shoulders and pull her into a sitting position. I crouch down next to her, supporting her. Natsuki! I contemplate calling an ambulance, but I'm worried that it'll draw too much attention to her. What the fuck do you mean? She's fucking dying. I don't think that attention is... That's like the least of her problems, dude. 'Cause soon you'll have the attention of the fucking police department when they find a dead girl in your arms. The hell with it. I don't care what happens so long as she lives. I reach into my pocket and... Fuck. My phone isn't there. I reach up onto the bedside table, gripping Natsuki's phone tightly. Jesus Christ, her eyes are not looking well. I bring it to my face and press the power button. The screen lights up, but from behind a shattered display. I try to make an emergency call, but the screen is unresponsive to my touch. Dropping to the phone, I pull Natsuki in close to me, praying that she wakes up. I begin to sob, terrified for her life. But Natsuki begins to cough erratically. I'm simultaneously panicked and relieved. Please vomit. She opens her eyes and then steadily rises to her feet with my assistance. Natsuki, please, tell me you're okay. I... She falls silent. Vomit? Vomit! Jesus! My nose is salted by the mixed scent of bile and wine as it splashes on the floor in front of me. I realize that she's got some on my arm. It's... Well, it's acid, technically. Well, at least that would have gotten the deadly mixture out her body. But she's still in trouble. Natsuki turns to me, half-conscious, pleading. Atazov, help me. She stumbles back, landing in a sitting position on her bed. I don't wanna die. Look at me, okay? You hear me? I won't let you die. Natsuki, listen to me, okay? I'll be right back. If it wasn't 2 a.m., I might have been a bit more dramatic with the voice, but it's 2 a.m. If I wake up my parents, I'll be gone. She nods weakly, barely aware of her surroundings. I need to find her something to eat. Hopefully it should absorb what's left of the alcohol. Bolting down the stairs, I reach the kitchen within seconds. I swing open every cupboard I can see along with the refrigerator. Nothing. Jesus Christ. Not even a slice of bread. When did Natsuki last eat? Exiting the kitchen, I look all around the house. Hurrying back to Natsuki, I check up on her. She's pale as ever, but she's conscious at least. She weakly raises her head to look at me. Hey, Natsuki? I need you to pay attention to me, okay? Just whatever you do, don't go to sleep, okay? Please. She tries to mutter something, but it's unintelligible. I have no choice but to leave her again. I've searched everywhere in the house besides her father's bedroom. As I approach the door, I notice that it's locked. I ram the door multiple times before the frame gives way. Whoa! I tumble onto the floor, now littered with splinters. Ouch. I rise to my feet and flick the light on. As I search the room for anything that could possibly aid Natsuki, something catches my eye. A few bags from various restaurants around town. I tear them open to find nothing but empty takeout containers. I return to Natsuki's room. We have to go now. Okay. I help her to her feet, wrapping her arm over my shoulder, holding her hand in place. She'll make it. I'll make sure of it. Very confident. Very confident. Where are we going? Somewhere safe. We make our way downstairs. I keep Natsuki on her feet, though it is proving to be more difficult as she fades in and out of consciousness. I'm just hoping that the father doesn't appear. Starvation mixed with alcohol and painkillers. Phew, a deadly combination. It's clearly taken a toll on her. Is this a fear and hunger reference? Cause she's afraid she'll die, and she's starving. But she isn't dead. We make it to the front door, with time feeling like a lost luxury. I shut it behind us, moving through the porch. I can feel Natsuki's tears soak through my shirt. We reach the gate and I set her down while I open it. I scoop Natsuki off the grass and close the gate behind us. Holding Natsuki close, I move as fast as I can down the street. As we approach the glow of the streetlights, I begin to feel relieved. I loosen my grip on Natsuki. Can you walk? Yes, I think. I set her down for a moment. Her knees buckle. Again, I wrap her arm around me and mine around her. Let's go. Okay. I end up supporting her the entire way throughout town. There is nobody to call me out for looking suspicious. That would be suspicious as fuck. Like, insanely. If anyone saw you, would get the police on your ass, like, instantly. I'm most glad she has such a small figure. It certainly makes it so much easier too. That's why she's so small. Her father has been leaving her malnourished and living on fast food. That's a bad diet, Jesus. She's taken the words right out of my mouth, Atasov. Jesus Christ. Finally, I recognize the familiar view of my home. How about a fucking hospital? I set Natsuki down on my front step. I fumble with my keys for a moment, finally able to unlock the door. I help Natsuki through. She's safe from her father at least. Get her to a fucking hospital. Call the ambulance. I bring her to the kitchen and sit her down on one of the chairs. No, that sounds wrong. Atazov, why did you help me? How did you know where I... Don't worry about all that now. Let's just get you settled in for the night. I'm worried that it'll be longer than one night. I have a spare bedroom in my house, should be able to sleep there. I search through my pantry and my fridge for something she may like. I decide to just make some toast and chicken noodle soup. Is that chicken noodle? Priorities. I respect that. I haven't had that in so long. Her words break my heart. How long? How long has she lived like this? I watch the clock as Natsuki eats. It's late. Now that she's in me... Ba 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 ba. Now that she... Now that the immediate panic is over, I realize that poor Natsuki is still drenched in her own stomach acid. Natsuki, I'm going to need you to get changed. What? Not here, silly. I mean, you can get changed in the spare bedroom. I don't have any of my clothes. I'll have to borrow some of mine. Okay, but only because I have to. You technically don't. Why don't you stay in your vomit-stained outfit, eh? Natsuki seems to be in much better shape after a meal. She stands up of her own accord to return her bowl to the kitchen counter. She moves slowly but deliberately. Despite the stink of bile clogging up my nose, I'm relatively calm too. Natsuki's skin tone has returned to normal mostly. She still looks scarred by the night's experiences. Just please stop being suicidal, people. Atasov can only handle so much, alright? If anyone else tries to kill themselves, I think that Atasov might try to. Like, damn. Bro is fucking... has to be alert 24/7. Once she returns empty-handed, I ask her to follow me to her room. Come on, I'll show you where it is. Natsuki timidly complies, wrapping her arms around me. But this time it hurts. I inhale sharply. Are you okay, Atasov? My shoulder is in pain. The adrenaline of the situation has settled. Maybe barging through that door was a bad idea. Not only because of the pain, but the damage it caused too. When Natsuki's dad returns to the house. Yeah, I'm alright. Don't worry about me. Jeez, that's gonna be scorched earth, brother. You are dead. That will be the fucking shotgun drive to the house type of shit. You better stock up on guns and shit, cause dead. Instantly. Let's get you cleaned up. There's a shower in the guest room that you can use. You reach the guest room, located across the hall from my own bedroom. I motion towards the edge of the bed. Here, sit down for just a minute. I'll be back with something comfy for you. She sits down. I rush into my bedroom, pick out one of my grey tops and a pair of jeans. When I bring them back to her room, she's struggling to take off her socks. I place her I place her fresh clothes on the bed and kneel down to help her take them off. She opens her mouth like she wants to say something, but reluctantly, she lets me help. Natsuki has been through too much today. She has next to no strength left. Thanks. Hat is off. I can take it from here. Are you sure? I really don't. Nope. You idiot. Jesus Christ. Like, I guess you want to help, but, a bit of subtlety. It sounds weird. Never mind. It's fine. You take your time. I decided now isn't the best time to question Natsuki about her family. Thank you. God, thank you. Instead, she just needs a soothing shower and some sleep. Maybe that will take her mind off tonight's events. Even if only for a few moments. Those few moments would do her a lot of good. As I stand to leave her... Atasov, I beg of you. As I stand to leave the room, Natsuki grasps my wrist gently. Atasov, wait. I wanted to thank you again. Don't mention it, okay? I'm just glad I got there in time. Natsuki stares into my eyes. Me too. How did you know where I was? I walked home with Yuri. She was having a bad day, so I went with her. She pointed out your place, and ever since I saw you at the hospital, you haven't left my mind. That's why I decided to go. I tried calling you God knows how many times, but you never answered. I cast my mind back to Natsuki's Vrekova phone. I guess I know why. I saw every one of your calls. I couldn't answer because of the stupid screen, when all I wanted to do was hear your voice. I couldn't. I just wanted to go back to the club and sit with you under the window to read more together. Because when we do, it's the only time I really feel safe. This is honestly heartbreaking. I have no jokes right now. This is just sad. Well, not anymore. Of course, her parfait girl's manga was torn apart. She looks down at the ground, dejectedly. I leave Natsuki to shower. Actually, plot hole. She keeps her manga at her house due to this reason. After getting changed myself, I sit on the edge of my bed, gripping the volume of Parfait Girls that I bought for myself on the weekend. The water stops running, and I hear the ensuite's door being opened and closed. I wait a few moments before knocking on her door. Natsuki, I have something else for you. Oh, that is off? Natsuki opens the door, looking healthy again. She's out of her dirty clothes and is now wearing my shirt along with her own pants. The top doesn't fit her very well though. Not much, yeah. Huh, the shirt's massive on me. You don't say. I, I could get you a smaller top of mine if you... I like it. You don't need to ask us off. Are you sure? Yeah. I present the manga to her. I saw what happened to your copy of Perfect Girls back at your place, so I thought I'd just drop my own in for you, so you can read it if you want. Natsuki gives me a weak but sincere smile. She reaches out to grab the manga. I'd love to ask us off. Instead of pulling the manga from my hands as I expected, she grabs my wrist and tries to sit me down on the bed next to her. But only if we read it together. It's the least I can do to make her happy. She needs it. So do I, in a way. First having to deal with Sayori attempting suicide, now Natsuki. God, how terrible must her home life have been for her to want to escape it like that. Well, I can take a guess considering the complete lack of food in her house. And her face when I saw her in the hospital. Christ. Hey, Atazov? What? You just kinda stood there for a second, spacing out. Finally, someone acknowledges it. Like, it must be so weird. Why are my ears ringing? It must be so weird. Like, imagine that you're just talking to someone and they just fucking... It's weird. God, you're worse than Sarah sometimes, you know? Hey, I'm sorry, okay? It's fine. I was only teasing, dummy. I know that I shouldn't blame her. She doesn't know about Sarah's condition. And as far as I know, she hasn't seen her at the hospital. Regardless, that hurt me more than it should have. I moved the duvet to the side and sit down next to Natsuki. She pulls the covers over the two of us, so we're sitting up with it, draped over our laps. We decide to just start the volume over again. Atazov, you're so warm. Interesting kind of convo, Natsuki. Natsuki inches closer to me. We're now shoulder to shoulder. Natsuki, can you see it okay? No, not really. I inch myself down into a lying position. Natsuki joins me. Much better. My left arm is awkwardly dormant between us. What do you mean much better? You're on your side. You cannot read, Tommy. This is just a ploy. A romance ploy, no reading. Atazov, you should leave. You wanted to ream. I should read a book to learn to speak. I slide it under the pillow and around her. What? Huh? There we go. We continue to read. Please sleep. I want to end the video. I beg of you. It's already so long. Thank you. Just... Before I know it, she's fast asleep. Natsuki? I let it... Ba ba bo ba. I lay there, motionless. I dreamed of this moment ever since I really got to know Natsuki. I hate that it had to come due to her circumstances at home, but regardless. I run my fingers through her silky pink hair, and I brush her bangs through them. That's weird, Tatazov. You have a abused, right now unconscious girl in your bed, and you're just brushing her hair. Like, bro, come on. That's a tiny bit weird. She looks so peaceful in her sleep. What is this feeling? I feel a lump in my throat. Just the sight of her is enough to make my heart pound. That is called love, Atazov. Love. I don't recognize this. My chest is heavy. It feels like there's a weight on my ribs. It's hard to breathe. This is the happiest moment of my life. Do you know how wrong this sounds? Ah yes, the happiest moment of my life. The moment I lay down next to a sleeping abused girl that attempted suicide a few hours before this and vomited all over herself and me. As I drop the manga to the side of the bed, not even reading anymore, I drift off to sleep. I'm jerked away by the sound of crying Jesus Christ. Confused, I open my eyes and turn to look at Natsuki. She's clutching the sleeve of my shirt, holding me tighter than before. She's sobbing into my shirt ferociously. Natsuki, are you... I realize that she's still asleep. That's bad if you cry when asleep. Sighing, I lament over Natsuki's nightmares. I'm almost certain they're related to her family, but I give her a nudge to wake her up. As she seemingly begins to stir, I try to calm her down. Natsuki, it's just a dream. You're okay. You're safe. Natsuki opens her eyes. As of that, that was more than a dream. I watched my thumbnail. I watched him torture you for saving me. He kept telling me this was my punishment for leaving. Atazov, you shouldn't have helped me. This was wrong. This is wrong. Why, Atazov? Why do you have to get involved? I can't let you do this. Natsuki jerks away from me. Natsuki, do you want to know the real reason I showed up at your house? I missed you. I missed reading with you. I missed reading your poems. And after the hospital, I knew something happened. I had to make sure you were okay. I was worried sick for days. I felt I had to. I'd do anything to ensure its safety. Okay, we are at the 50-minute mark. We'll end it here, lads. I know, a bad time to end it. But I have to exist somehow as well. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash like if you did. Put a comment down, either that you hate the stuff I do or that you love it. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.